told that you only date nice guys. Well, if that's how you judge a lover's worth, your ass just hit pay dirt. I'm the most sensitive man on God's green earth. Here's a rose bouquet. I also baked you some fresh creme brulee. Now mount this stallion and we shall ride. I'll also fly in kites and make love inside a rainbow through the night. Then after sex I'll cry. And also before sex I'll cry.
Girl, you know how I feel about you. It's like you're a fossil sample, and I'm an impatient paleontologist, 'cause I want to date you badly.
Watch a film with me. I love boring romantic comedies. Hop in my carriage, this is like your dream. Any movie we see can be a driving movie if we build up enough speed. Now it's almost dawn. I can communicate with newborn falls. Now they'll perform an ancient forest dance. So we'll melt off your pants. Take my junk by the hand, this is romance. And during sex I'll cry. Thinking about sex makes me cry. Even when I use sextant, I cry. The measure angles.
Sorry. Was that too sensitive for you? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll just be over here, thinking about a duckling riding on the back of a puppy. Also, the duckling is wearing a tiny cowboy hat. Slightly tilted.
Periods would be so much more bearable if we turned into werewolves.
I would get to tear out a man's throat and be justified.
I know, right? And it wouldn't be like, oh, well, why are you so bitchy? It's like, it would just be, oh my god, it's a fucking werewolf!
I wouldn't get the question of, oh god, are you PMSing? It's not I don't get that question. It's, oh god, why?
I mean, I get that question pretty regularly, but it's for different reasons. Happy Sunday, everyone! Let us not recognize that it is a holiday weekend, because apparently that triggers the Republicans right now.
I didn't even remember it was a holiday weekend until Grandma mentioned it.
I only know because Lowe's is doing Oh no, Lowe's is doing Memorial Day sales! Oh no! Oh no! We're disrespecting Memorial Day! This day that we basically only invented so that retail chains would have an excuse to have a beginning of summer sale.
Yeah, we never have those excuses to make holidays.
Yeah. Oh no! We are disrespecting Memorial Day. Never mind that little, like... So, you know how I have to deal with a lot of veterans? Deal with. That sounds like a really awful way to say it. You know how I talk to a lot of veterans working at the contact center because they need assistance getting their,
discount?
Getting their discount, making sure they're all squared away. All that good stuff. Because a lot of them are older, which I'm more than happy to do. No problem. I talked with, like, 30 of them this week.
Yeah.
And every single one of them wished me a happy Memorial Day. Every last goddamn one of them. So why people... So, like, it's hilarious watching these Republicans get all fucking bent out of shape about Harris tweeting, enjoy the long weekend. Because, like, oh, that's so disrespectful. And I'm like, literally every veteran I spoke to this week said the same thing to me.
Yeah.
So are they disrespectful too?
Yeah, in my past years of working Memorial Day weekend and everything, they've all just been like, well, enjoy the extra day off.
Yeah, they've all
I'm
been
like, thank
super
you
chill.
for getting me that.
Yeah, they've all been super chill, like, alright, cool, you enjoy your Memorial Day. Like, yeah, you too, be safe.
I have seen a running theme of anyone who is not a veteran always
Related to a veteran.
Or related to a veteran always seems to just have this fucking incomprehensible pedestal for things like that. Like Memorial Day and shit. But every single veteran that you ever speak to, they're just like, dude, it's another fucking Monday. Who cares?
Yeah, like, most veterans I know just do not give a fuck. They're just like, oh, do I get a day off Monday? Cool. They think about it as bad as much as anybody else does, really.
That's what our brother does.
Yeah, our brother is just like, do I get Monday off? I do? Sweet. And that's the extent of how much he thinks about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the Republican... Yeah, but they'll do that big old pedestal shit regarding, you know, like, oh, it's disrespectful to the veterans, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, all about respecting the veterans, cool. Can we stop cutting their VA funding?
I was about to say, can
like,
we
fuck
give
no.
them, like, the proper things that we promised them for going to war?
Nope. Can we get them some, like, healthcare? Mental health care? Could we make sure that they're not, like, living homeless on the streets, please? Like, no, that costs money.
Can we raise the age that you could sign up for the military from
No,
18
we need them.
to
No.
21?
We need them kids out there to fight for the oil. We're getting a little too political on a Sunday. I'm not gonna. We're
You know what? It's a holiday weekend, and we got a brother who justifies our position on this.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Would you ever play the Mass Effect series? I have played the Mass Effect series.
I have not.
It's pretty good. You can borrow. I don't have the legendaries, but my PS3 copy of Mass Effect has like all of the games and all the DLC.
I think you let me borrow it once. I saw Garrus Vicarian once. I saw all of his scenes on YouTube, and I was like, okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah, Kayla basically stopped there. But yeah, I've actually played through
I
Mass Effect.
love Garrus.
As far as on stream goes, I don't know if I'd ever do that. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'd have the time because I don't have as much time to devote to streaming as I used to have.
Because you got a big boy job.
Just I got a big boy job, yeah. It takes up a lot of my time. Anyway, yeah. So, Grandma's working on cabinets, and I've been helping her with that, so I haven't really had time to find, like, a weird game, so...
I've been depressed.
Yeah, and Kayla's just been depressed. So, since I've become, like, high-key obsessed with Hades, we're just gonna play Hades. And Kayla's gonna talk about shit.
Yeah, so I did my usual research of 3 stories, but I seem to have picked the 3 events that have the least amount of information on them, or everyone's fucking hiding it from me.
They are intentionally hiding it from you.
Seriously, they're doing it just to piss me off. So, I got 3 stories. They're not as long as they usually are, and I'll go through those. And if Bird and I need to fill up more time, I made a note of a couple of true crime stories that I'm very familiar with that I can use to basically, you know, kill some time for everyone while Bird just gets themselves killed.
Welcome to the Guess I'll Die stream. Order a Baby Yoda plush for my sister's birthday, but it'll be her. Yeah.
I have 5 Baby Yoda plushes in my room. I barely have room for clothes, but I got those fucking Baby Yodas.
It's very, very disturbing.
James keeps getting them for me, and they're so cute, in my opinion.
Y'all are weird.
If I never come back, you won't just be stuck here forever, will you?
Alright, let's see.
No.
Okay, so we have a plane, a
A
train,
train and an automobile?
actually a plane, a train, and an airport.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do the Stygian
My
blade. So every time that you die, you start all over from the beginning.
That sounds like bullshit.
Well, actually, I mean, there are some things that stay upgraded, and you do have, like, resurrection things that you can earn over time. So, you know. I'm getting better. You're gonna love the glove? Yeah, we gotta get out there and get some more keys for the glove. But yeah, that's how a roguelike works. You die, you go back to the beginning.
See, that's why I never play those, because I get too irritated.
Normally, I'm not very into roguelikes, but I'm really liking this one. You want to see Aphrodite? The answer is yes, you want to see Aphrodite.
Yeah, of course I want to see Aphrodite.
Check this shit out.
You're going to love it on Olympus.
Hello! How you doing?
The feasting plentiful. Why, it must be the opposite of everything to which you are accustomed.
That's Aphrodite.
She pretty.
The designs for all the gods are really good.
I've seen... Okay, so the one interaction I have with Hades is because I started reading the Olympus lore comic, which I fucking love so much, and it was around the time Hades came out that I read it. So I was like, okay, let me look up the plot of what the fuck this is supposed to be, because, you know, I love Greek gods and shit. And then I saw the plot of this, and I'm just like, oh, I love it.
It's, yeah, I dig it. Also, below the underworld is apparently the realm of chaos. So, I imagine that Kratos is probably somewhere down here.
Somehow discovers passage there.
Probably, yeah. Yes,
Hades.
Dex! Lore Olympus! I love it!
Yeah, Hades is, like Angel said, Hades is an accessible roguelike, because there's almost no items that are duds. Pretty much everything is useful.
I mean, I get that. I guess my whole thing is just like, I can't stand the thought of having to go back to the very fucking beginning every time I lose, because you're talking to someone who cried whenever she couldn't fold a fitted sheet the first time.
That's true. You want to see the being of chaos?
I imagine you're gonna show me regardless of my answer.
Yes, I am, because they've got a boon for me.
Holy shit, that's cool!
Mm-hmm.
For me to sense your presence at times. The Olympians catch their glimpses now and then, but you are always in a shroud. Thus is the influence of Nyx.
Do you remember on the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and they had the Goddess of Chaos on there?
Yes!
I didn't realize how fucking accurate that was until years later. I'm just like, huh. I learned something from that show. Okay, stories.
Yeah, every time you die, you get more story crumbs. The runs aren't quite so commitment heavy. I just really like it. As someone who normally does not like roguelikes, I dig this one.
So what, Binding of Isaac next?
No, because I tried that and I just wasn't super into it, to be honest with you.
Fair.
I think it was too fucking depressing.
That is completely fair. As someone who has been depressed most of the week, I can relate.
So anyway,
Eris
would be a good enemy to add to this game. I think are they still adding to this game, or is this the complete version? Like, this is it. I'm so used to, can you tell how used to early access I am that I'm actually sitting here going, oh, is this the whole game, or are they adding more to it?
Yes, Hades, I am almost completely caught up on Lore Olympus. I've never read it before, and then I binged all of it in 2 days. Oh my god, I love it so much. It's so pure. It's so good. I love it. I'm not sure if you would love it, but I love it.
Well, I'm glad you love it, at least.
Okay.
So, what are we learning about today?
Train, airport, or airplane? So I got the, bad Aibling rail accident. Okay, not gonna lie, Poseidon's looking pretty cool.
All of the gods look really cool.
So, the bad Aibling rail accident in 2016, collapse of Charles de Gaulle Airport in 2004, and the Aeroflot Flight 593 in 1994.
Do whatever one you want to, whichever one you want to start with. I'll let you decide.
Does chat have any wishes of what they want to hear first?
Yeah, chat, do you have anything in specific that you would like to, that you want her to start with?
Phew, felt that.
There we go.
Feel better?
I mean, a bit, yeah.
Curse of chaos has expired.
Maybe it's just me, but I've never liked this kind of angle on games. Maybe it's just because I can't see everything, and that automatically just triggers me.
Yeah, I just gotta dash around and flail about, and things just kind of worked out for me in this game. Maybe that's why I like it.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about the gondola disaster.
I think I may have heard something, but...
I mean, I haven't checked the Twitter moments today. That's the only way I really learn about news, I'll be honest.
Yeah, and I stopped looking at them because of all the fucking Memorial Day discourse.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it. Let's go with the collapse of Terminal 2E and Charles de Gaulle Airport.
Okay, sounds good.
Because that actually has the least amount of information I could find. Because everyone's trying to hide the information from me!
They're intentionally keeping it from... You know what that means, right?
My paranoid conspiracy thoughts were right?
No, it means that obviously it was Mothman.
I fucking hate you.
I know.
Alright, so... The Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport, also known as the... oh god, I'm gonna there's some French names in here, and I'm gonna fuck them up. Roissy Airport? Whatever. It's the largest international airport in Europe, and it still operates, well, second largest in Europe, largest in France, and it still operates today. You have a safety tip.
Mothman safety tips? Alright, so here's the Mothman safety tip. Stay away from all bridges. Bridges are the natural hunting ground of the Mothman, so just basically don't ever go onto a bridge ever. Just content yourself with being stuck on one side of a river for your entire life. That's going to be the big thing. Second thing is do not antagonize the Mothman. Don't wave around lights and things like that to harass him. He's a very sensitive Mothman. And also take his daughter to prom. That was a Teen Titans reference.
That.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was wondering if you would get that.
That was the best.
Because
it was just like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he just wants his daughter to be happy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh.
Though Nyx herself reached out to me about your plight, and I was
That's Athena.
I can read.
Okay, well, just letting you know. That's Athena.
Yeah, the original Teen Titans. That was a reference to.
Yeah.
Okay. So the airport opened on March 8th, 1974, and it's named after a French army officer who helped lead France against the Nazis in World War II, and who also later became president of France from 1959 to 1969.
Ooh.
Nice.
So he's got a little bit of a resume going for him.
Yeah, it's understandable they would name a airport after this guy. So the airport mainly operates as a hub for Air France Cargo, and FedEx Express. So
FedEx, baby!
Yeah, so thank your local Frenchman for your international FedEx shipping.
Huh. Have you thanked your Frenchman today? Sounds like a PSA.
I was hoping you would get the joke.
Cheers for the coin.
Okay, so the airport operates with 3 huge terminals, and terminal number 2 will be our focus for the upcoming fuckery.
Alright. Terminal 2 fuckery, got it.
Okay, so let me ask you this first. Do you think this will be a story of stupidity or hubris?
I'm gonna go with... Well, they're French, so I'm gonna go with hubris.
Correct.
Damn! Look at me with my damn superpower of looking into the future. Look at me and my basic pattern recognition abilities.
I was about to say, you mean your power to use stereotypes?
I mean, when you say it like that kind of sounds racist, so...
It's the French, who cares?
Oh, that was mean. Some of my friends Some people that I know are French.
I don't know any French people as far as I know.
I don't think you do either. You would know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like knowing an atheist. Don't worry, they'll tell you. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little snarky today, so my apologies in advance.
You dealt with a smoker being lost earlier this week, so I think you're allowed.
Shit, I did do that this week.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, after I tell the story, you need to tell your story.
Yeah, I've got to tell that smoker story.
Okay.
Y'all remind me to tell you the story about the smoker.
Louds.
Okay, so the design and the building. So the design of one section of Terminal 2 fell on famed French architect Paul Andreas. Andreas? Polly Boy,
Polly, yeah. Let's go with Polly.
who had previously designed the French terminal for the English Channel Tunnel. So,
So he's got some, again, we got a little bit of experience here.
yeah, he's got some experience, and he has built some things since then.
Okay.
Kinda, sorta.
Kind of, sort of. Oh, that bodes well.
Throughout the 80s and 90s, this firm built multiple terminals in the Charles de Gaulle Airport, so he had some experience of what he was doing and what he wanted to do for Section Terminal 2E. And it was going to be his magnum opus.
Oh, man, whenever they say that. Whenever they start talking about magnum opuses. Magnum opi? What is the plural of magnum opus? Magnum op? Magnum pi? Magnum IP freely?
So he wanted to use a futuristic design and a tunnel design for the terminal.
Okay.
It was gonna be able to show off his abilities, and he wanted to make it a unique feature for the airport because it wasn't gonna have, like, you know, supporting columns holding up the roof.
Mm-hmm.
No columns holding up the roof.
And that doesn't seem like... Was he trying to make room for a Build-A-Bear?
God damn it.
I mean, it's the only explanation I can come up with.
So Polly Boy, he wanted to have the terminal mainly consist of these huge concrete rings and a support system on the outer shell of the terminal. So again, we wouldn't have the concrete pillars holding up the roof to allow passengers to move more freely. So his whole plan was, okay, it's gonna be futuristic, it's gonna look like something fucking out of Star Trek. It's gonna be completely supported by these concrete rings on the outside rather than anything on the inside.
Just what
I don't feel like that's a good idea. I mean, I'm no terminal builder, but this doesn't seem like a good idea.
When does anything ever sound like a good idea whenever people are like, okay guys, check this shit out?
That's a good point.
So, because of this design, the terminal section was gonna almost entirely rely on the outer shell to keep the roof up and the section stable. This design, incidentally, has very, very little margin for safety, and would mainly rely on the best material available to have it completed and have it stay up. Can you sense what the problem is gonna be?
Money?
Yep.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Before we get into that, do you want to meet Megara?
Yes.
We meet again.
Finally, you're back. You won't get past me like you did last time. Though I would like to see you try.
Step on me, mommy.
I know, right? And this badass music! Oh my god. Okay, continue. So, music. Money.
Okay, so, obviously they were not gonna use the best materials available because money. So the design relied on poorly placed reinforcing steel on the outer shell of the terminal to keep it upright, even weaker outer steel struts to hold it together, and concrete beams on the bottom under the floor to try and keep it up, while still operating on a Dollar Tree budget.
That's not gonna work. Again, I admit that I don't know a great deal about building, but that's not gonna work.
You have built sets much more stable than this.
Yeah, because, you know, the sets only had to stay up for a few days.
Yeah. This one didn't even last a year.
Wow.
Yeah. So, one main factor in what happened is that the concrete itself was punctured by steel rods that were holding up the round shell. So, it's like the tunnel shell being supported by these metal rods that are sitting on top of concrete.
Okay.
And the floor is just a little bit above this concrete. So, you know, that's fine. So because the concrete was being punctured by the steel rods, the redistribution of weight kind of was fucked up, to say the least. Because, again, very little margin for safety. And
Seems like it.
And it was supposed to rely on using the best material possible to hold it up. Because, I mean, okay, if he had, like, the what's a fancy fucking brand? The Gucci, type of concrete that only the richest of the Pauls could ever hope to have.
Was that a reference to the fact that they used to do renovation work? They used to flip houses, the Pauls did?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're talking about the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Although
But that was
now,
like their dad's thing. He flipped houses.
I was about to say, now that you say that, I am not at all surprised to hear it. I'm just like, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's where a lot of their money came from. That's why they were like super fucking rich before they even started YouTube. Because spoiler alert, everybody, most of the people who are really popular on YouTube and make a lot of money off of YouTube were already filthy fucking rich.
Yep.
So anyway,
the same steel rods puncturing the concrete also were putting punctures in the vaulted roof as well.
yeah,
We're getting holes poked everywhere.
it's a very holy terminal.
Yeah, it would do well in a cathedral. Maybe we should contract this guy to rebuild Notre Dame.
Yeah, sure, I could do with watching it fall again.
Okay, what another big factor was the weaker and cheaper materials, and also how these materials handle outside forces, mainly temperature.
This one.
Now, I know you don't have a lot of building experience, Bird, but do you recognize that steel goes through some shit when it's exposed to temperatures?
Yeah. Yeah.
Polyboy didn't seem to really take that into account, I guess. Which I seriously don't get. I mean, high school taught me that steel seems to have a weird relationship with temperature because of expanding and contracting. And just, I guess this doesn't matter when you're making a building where people are going to be walking through in one of the busy...
We are Flint, we
busiest
shall keep it standing with our outrageous accents.
You couldn't even keep a revolution steadily going. How do I expect you to hold up a terminal?
Not until you had a schizophrenic teenage girl helping you out.
Come
Yeah.
meet my blade.
So, with weight not being distributed as evenly as possible on either end, the rods holding up everything were getting hairline fractures. Surprise, surprise. And again, the weaker material on the outside shell was expanding and contracting with the weather. And also, you know, the planes!
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
There's planes. I guess they might want to use this terminal.
No, it's fine. And one last factor that happened with this terminal was that it needed to be built fast.
Like super fast?
Super fast.
Really, really super duper fast?
Sonic fast.
Super D duper fast? Epic fast?
This section of the terminal had to be built as quickly as possible and as cheaply as possible to make sure no factors were interfering with the airport's bottom line because, I mean, who cares about safety? And this terminal section ultimately opened in spring of 2003, and it was hailed for its sleek design and open standing within the European hub.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, everyone thought the Titanic was pretty fucking great when they saw it too, didn't they?
By the way, this is Eurydice.
Keep singing.
Ayla will punch me if I stop her right now, so. Would you like for me to gift her some nectar for her beautiful singing?
Yes!
Okay.
When
That's not an innuendo, by the way.
When someone has talent, we reward them to reinforce it and let them know that they're good.
Kayla's like legitimately got like hard eyes going right now.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home.
Thank you for that.
I'd say
You're
the same
welcome.
For most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty.
Oh my god, she's even more beautiful.
Know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
Thanks so much.
Evergreen acorn.
You look positively famished, hon. Here, let me help you with that.
I love you.
Let's see. Which one? Let's do Ambrosia Delight.
Try this.
Bam! Rarity upgraded on some of my boons. Dope! Alright. Okay. Continue. Sorry we had to kind of stop everything there for a moment, but I really wanted Kayla to be able to hear Eurydice sing.
Well, I know what I'm going to be dreaming about tonight. So the collapse. So around 7 a.m., May 23rd, 2004, about 9 months after this section of the terminal has opened, the roof of the structure collapsed downward, bringing the weight of the structure down hard enough and fast enough to lead to the collapse of the floor and the cheap-ass concrete below as well.
Yay!
Everything just went to the ground.
Nothing is awesome!
No. The only
Blasted fools.
arguable good or highlight of this is the fact that it wasn't rush hour in the airport, so the terminal was not nearly as busy as it should have been.
So not quite as many people died as who could have died.
Yeah, only 4 people died.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, 4 people died as a result of the collapse. 2 were Chinese citizens, one was
Moving right along.
Czechoslovakian, and one was Lebanese. And 3 other people were seriously injured due to the collapse.
Makes sense.
Can I see what the gods look like?
Yeah. So this is Hermes.
Okay.
There's Dionysus.
I love the designs.
I know, right? There's Ares.
Hell yeah.
There's Artemis.
Yes, mommy.
Aphrodite.
Yes, mommy.
Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Poseidon. Zeus. And regal as ever.
Regal, but still, fuck you.
Yeah. But also fun. There's Hades.
Hell yeah.
There is Nyx, the being of darkness.
Yeah.
There's Zagreus, that's us, that's our main character. There's Charon, the ferryman. Hypnos, the sleep, basically.
Yeah.
Megara, who you have already met.
Mm-hmm.
The being of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Achilles, who was our trainer. Sisyphus, we met him. Eurydice. There's Cerberus.
Oh, doggy.
He likes to. You can pet him. He can be petted. There's Dusa. She is apparently she's a small gorgon who just.
She's cute as hell, is what she is.
Yeah. There's Skelly. He is our training partner, basically.
Oh.
Let's see. That's locations. That's our weapons.
I either want to hug everyone or fuck everyone, and there's no in between. Ah, the joys of being Pan. Okay, so the aftermath and what little of the investigation I could find, because again, seriously, they're hiding all this from me.
It's a conspiracy.
So, in February 2005, after a lot of investigating and even inquiries on whether criminal involvement played a part, the findings from an administrative inquiry were published. The inquiry cited not one single cause, but a lot of little causes for the collapse. Mainly,
That's usually how it goes, to be honest with you.
yeah, mainly the things I mentioned, like the little margin for safety and the use of cheap materials.
You're not Dusa.
The inquiry also found that the concrete vaulted roof was not resilient enough, and again, it was pierced by the steel rods, and the openings had weakened the structure enough that collapse pretty much just became a matter of time because it had been less than a year, so no one was doing inspections on this thing. They didn't think they needed to.
Great.
Polyboy denounced the company that was contracted to make the building for not having properly prepared reinforced concrete and not fully adhering to his instructions for his design. He took no blame for his design and
Oh, of
basically,
course he didn't.
yeah, he basically said it would have worked if these idiots used the right Legos to make his masterpiece.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So, no responsibility, just it's your fault for using cheap materials, which, I mean, he's not entirely wrong, but at the same time, dude, people died.
A man is dead, Olivia.
Yeah. So, on March 17th, 2005, the portion was torn down and rebuilt, replacing the concrete tube style with a more traditional glass and steel style to the structure.
Fuck, I went out into the fire.
You died.
I did. But the good news is you'll get to see Cerberus now.
Okay, one last note. The terminal completely reopened on March 30th, 2008, and it's still in operation to this day.
Did they, like, do a little bit more work on it?
They just went with
Maybe get some fucking pillars up in there?
Yes, they went with an entirely different design next time.
You look like someone who just got turned to stone, then crushed to a bloody pulp by the Megagorgon of Asphodel. Am I right? Oh, look, I'm sorry to hear that. And before you ask, I won't tell Dusa. Don't you worry about that.
I feel like the first thing you're gonna do is tell Dusa.
How goes
I
it?
know, right?
Achilles, did you ever used to pray to the gods? Make offerings to them and such back when you were alive?
Prayed mostly to my mother, lad. I always had my doubts the gods were listening, that they could even hear. Though I suppose that if you make an offering, they might be so inclined, just for the moment anyway. They're helping much.
They're helping, definitely, sir.
Here's Dusa.
Prince?
Aww.
I think he's pretty steamed right now about something, so maybe you could stay away from him, or I could tell him you're not here.
That's quite alright, Dusa. I'm not afraid of him, and neither should you be. You're the best help he's ever found.
Just doing my job here, Prince.
Hashtag Dusa for Lore Olympus. That is my PSA.
Where is Cerberus? He's usually right here. I'm very upset right now.
For you to see, you lied to me.
I guess I did.
You lied to me.
I guess I did, yeah.
Survive that list.
Ooh,
Entirely
Daddy,
your fault,
hello.
boy, and likely yours. How does it feel, knowing that your rampages create the need for so much maintenance?
Feels pretty good, not gonna lie. I like breaking shit.
Feels pretty good now that you mention it. Keeps me pretty occupied now.
Alright, I guess I'm relating pretty hard to Zach.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the smoker story?
Oh yeah, okay, so here's what happened. For those of you who don't already know the lore, which most of you pretty much already know the lore.
Thought I'd find Meg here.
But so I work at Lowe's, and I work in the call center, and customers will sometimes they'll call, like, especially right now, they'll need a grill or a smoker. Smoker is the thing that smokes the beef jerky. And a lot of times they'll request to have it assembled, which you can have it assembled for a small fee, and then you can come and pick it up. This is a big fucking smoker, by the way. So he went on ahead and got it assembled, at the store, and he'd been trying to contact the store to be like, hey, is it ready yet? And he just kind of wasn't getting through to anybody, because it's really hard to get through to the stores on the phone right now.
No one answers the phone.
Yeah, they're kind of too busy helping the customers right in front of them. So, the guy calls me, and he's like, hey, I see, I've got a notification that it's been picked up, but I haven't picked it up. What's going on? So I take a look at it to see what's going on. It could be something as simple as like a filing error or something like that. Just something that can be resolved. And I call the store, and they say, yeah, his mom came and picked it up. And I went, okay. So I hop back over. I've got him on the other line. I've got like two lines going. One to the store, one to him. I hop over to the other line. I go, the store says that your mom came and picked it up. And he goes, what? He goes, my mom lives 3 hours away. How did she do that? Which I was like, oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. So I go back over to them. I'm like, he says his mom lives 3 hours away and doesn't have the means to pick up this smoker, which he did say she didn't have the means to get it. It's a 400-pound smoker. And so right then, I think that was the moment that the associate realized, oh, shit.
Oh, shit, I just let a smoker go.
Somebody done fucked up. Well, I mean, whether it was her or somebody, either way, somebody done fucked up. And so she says, let me get you a manager. I said, yeah, let's do that. So I get on with the manager, and he says, yeah, a woman came, and she had the order number, she had the email, she had all that information, and she picked up the smoker. And I went, and and she said, and he specifically said that apparently she called the customer while she was in the store to verify the order number or something like that. And so I go back over to the customer, and he says, I just checked with my mom. She has no idea what you're talking about. And I was like, oh, shit. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Because if somebody came and picked this up, then he got charged for a smoker that he does not have.
Also, we let someone walk off with a smoker.
Yeah, also, we let somebody walk off with someone else's merchandise, basically. So I tell this guy, I'm like, listen, you need to get on the phone with your financial institution ASAP. You need to report that transaction as fraudulent. I'll report on my end as well. And he said, wait a minute. Whoa, okay, I can do all that. But every time I've ever gone into Lowe's to pick something up, I've always had to show ID. Which is true. You are supposed to show ID to pick things up, whenever you have a pickup order. He said, are you telling me that they just let someone walk off with a 400-pound smoker without showing any ID?
Yep.
And yeah, in my head, I'm thinking, yep, that's exactly what happened. But I can't say that on a record. So I'm just like, let me, I've got the store manager on the other line. Let me put you through to... So I conference the two of them in, because I'm thinking, look, y'all let somebody walk off with a goddamn 400-pound smoker and you didn't check her ID. Y'all are going to have to clean this up.
I'm not going down for you.
I'm not going down for this. So I up over there, I, put them in conference with each other, and I'm like, yeah, y'all need to... Basically, in a nice way, I basically told the manager, okay, you're going to have to sort this out.
Yep.
I nearly told that guy, by the way, congratulations on your free smoker that you'll probably be getting out of this.
Seriously. How do you let someone do that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Better than I could have possibly imagined, Nix. You mentioned there was something more that it could do once I had grown accustomed. I think I'm ready for that now.
I think you are as well. Then it shall be as you wish.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, new talents available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is our, okay, so over here is our mirror. And we use the little darkness droplets to get new powers.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a train accident and an airplane accident. One has everyone dying, the other one does not.
Let's do the one with everyone dying first, I guess. This is the Guess I'll Die stream, so...
Airplane!
Oh, how did I know it was a fucking airplane accident? How the fuck did I know?
Okay, so the Aeroflot Flight 593 accident happened on March...
Spoiler alert, everyone dies!
Spoiler alert, everyone does die. It occurred on March 23rd, 1994.
Okay.
So a little bit of background, and I do mean a very little bit of background. So this aircraft was an Airbus A310-304, and it was delivered to Aeroflot on December 11th, 1992. So it was a year and a half in work.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, it's an Airbus. For anyone who doesn't know, Airbus is a huge ass plane.
It's a big fucking plane, y'all. A big fucking plane.
It's the airplane that you've seen in movies that have like 2 or 3 levels to them because they can house so many people.
Yep.
Let me give you a piece
I
of
would never
advice
get on
for
one
ya.
of those.
You run across a guy
Just
like
for the
me out
record,
there,
I
you
would
just give him a
not.
good
I would
stab
not.
right
I
in the back without a
think
second thought
I've
before
been
you-
on one. I'm not
Keep that in mind,
100%
friend.
sure.
Alright,
This one.
unlock the...
Twin fists of Malphon. Our strength
So-
combined surely cannot be stopped.
Whoa, those are some paws.
Oh!
So now you're Kratos.
Ooh. I'm very much Kratos now.
Oh, don't let that hubris fuck you up, buddy.
Oh, it's definitely gonna fuck me up. It's gonna fuck everybody up.
I know it will. So the Airbus was powered by 2 GE engines and was set up for the Aeroflot Russian International Airlines to serve for their route going from Far East Russia to Southeast Asia areas. So there's going to be a lot of Russian names in here. I'm going to mispronounce them.
Apologies in advance.
Apologies in advance, especially to Gedwin if she is listening.
Should help.
Okay. Oh man, I love the deep fortifying breath you just took.
I'm just with Russian things. My thing is, I'll pronouncing them right. I'll be pronouncing them right, and then a Russian will point out you are completely wrong. How dare you do this to my people?
For giving me such
I'm just like,
strength as necessary to succeed.
You are a flatterer, my death-inflicting kin. And I am feeling generous as well, so here, a small token for you of my affection.
All of these designs are so fucking badass.
I know.
My favorite underworld death dealer.
So the plane's piloting crew were Captain. Oh god. Andrei Viktorovich Fanilov.
Okay.
Who had almost 950 hours on the A310. First officer was Igor. God damn it.
Oh, boy.
Vasilyevic Diskaryov.
Okay.
Who had 440 hours on the A310. And the relief pilot was, God help me.
Oh, God. The relief pilot was God help me. Wow, that is actually probably a beneficial. God help me, come help me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Izzy, I'm doing your suggestions because I have nothing else. So, I mean, keep suggesting all you want. I'll do them.
We might have to do, and I'm thinking we should do a disaster cast where you play the game and because I have a story that I want to talk about, but I need to do a bit more research.
All for that.
Yeah, but I need to do a bit more research, but I have a story that I would like to talk about.
I will do some Endless Catherine while you do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Damn you.
Okay. And the relief pilot was Yaroslav Vladimirovich Kudrinsky, who had over 900 hours on the A310. So they were this wasn't their first time.
Yo, bro,
flying
what's
this
your
plane.
hours? They're over 900!
I mean, legitimately? Okay, so the flight itself. The flight left out of Sheremetyevo International Airport on March 23rd, 1994, with 63 passengers, 30 of which included airline employees and family members. Even though it was an Airbus, they did not have a lot of people on there.
Oh, so it was a very empty Airbus on
Very empty Airbus this time.
Gemstones.
Which probably led to what happened.
Oh boy.
Relief pilot, crew... I want to keep rolling my R's even though there's not an R where I'm trying to roll it. Kudrinsky had 2 of his children on board for their first international trip.
Oh no.
And had them in the cockpit with him.
get a get a front row seat to your dad fucking up.
So
I mean, that could always brings up the moral question that I kind of always wonder about, which is like, would
why
you
is
rather
take your kid to work day a thing?
That too, but also, would you rather see your death coming, or would you rather be surprised by it?
It depends on how long the wait is for realizing I'm going to die and the actual death itself.
However long these kids had.
Oh god, that'd be fucking terrifying. Cause, we all get into it.
Oh boy.
So he had a son, Ellie, who was 16, and his daughter, Yana, who was 12.
Oh! They may as well have been gathered around singing "We Like Being Alive, We Like Being Alive, We Like Being, oh, we like being, oh, we like being alive." Yeah, they may as well have just gathered around and started singing that.
Okay, so Izzy has mentioned in the chat that you can hear the audio and see the transcripts. I have included in the tragedy topics, because I already got this, I got the transcript of the last conversation that happened in the cockpit.
Okay.
So you can look that up if you want to. I'm not reading all that shit out.
Kayla's like, nope.
Nope. Sorry. So, with the autopilot active...
Oh boy.
Remember, the autopilot is on.
Autopilot is on. Got it.
Kudrinsky, against all regulations, I wrote that in all caps, let his kids sit at the controls with Yana in the pilot's left front seat.
I feel like this is not a good idea. Well, funny you should mention that.
Kudrinsky adjusted the autopilot heading to make her feel like she was turning the plane, but she actually had no control of the aircraft at this time.
At this time? Oh, shit.
At this time. And remember, this is 1994, so everything was lax on airplanes.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we'd have never gotten away with this shit post 9/11.
Actually.
God damn it, never mind.
Actually, that has happened before. So Eldar...
Did it kill everybody on board the plane?
No.
Oh, well.
They made it so, like, some airlines, or if you're friends with pilots and you're going on a plane that they're flying, sometimes they'll let kids of their friends come in before, like, the plane has even started, before liftoff, before anything, while it's still on the ground, and they could take pictures in the cockpit.
Oh, well, yeah, I know that's a thing.
But that's it.
It's like, but you you dirty little shits ain't getting on there before the plane starts, you're not getting on there after anything can, like, be broken.
Yeah, actually, after 9/11, we got down on the rules so much that we don't even allow, like, stewardesses or anyone like that into the cockpit unless it's an emergency or absolutely necessary.
Aren't the cockpits, like, locked tight now?
Yeah, they are locked tight from the inside. So
seems like okay, hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that you should do this, everyone. So
hypothetically,
yeah, Twitch. This is purely speaking in hypotheticals, but it seems like if you were, like, gonna take a plane, you know, that you would just start being like, all right, pilot, you either open up the door or I start killing people, like, for every hour that you don't open the door or some shit. Again, speaking purely in hypotheticals.
Someday I'll have to tell you about mine.
Yeah, I came out of my dad's forehead. It was weird.
Purely in hypotheticals.
Purely in hypotheticals, yes.
Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so Eldar took over shortly after her in the pilot seat and applied enough force to the control column, aka the steering wheel, to contradict the autopilot for 30 seconds.
Oh, good.
Turned it in another direction. And this caused the flight computer to switch the plane's ailerons, which is like the stabilizers on the wings of the plane.
Yeah, that's why, you know, whenever they call it a barrel roll, it's not actually a barrel roll.
It's
one
an
where you
aileron roll?
Yeah, it's an aileron roll because it's controlled by the ailerons of the plane. It's actually an aileron roll. A barrel roll would be like a loop-de-loop, basically.
Yeah. So, this switched the plane's ailerons to manual control, while autopilot was still somewhat maintaining control over the flight systems. So he was legit turning the plane.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so a 16-year-old is flying the plane now.
Oh goody.
We barely let them handle cars.
Even then, whenever it's a boy, we've raised them insurance premiums like nobody's business.
Yeah, I know some people who have, like, waited until, like, being 18 or 20 years old to get their license simply because the insurance premiums would be so high whenever they were 16.
Mm-hmm.
So, he had partial control, but, I mean, that's more than a 16-year-old should have, you know?
Yeah.
But wait, there's even more.
Oh, goody.
So, there was a silent indicator light that was supposed to alert the pilots to
God.
the change. I didn't even finish.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Jesus, I know where this is going.
But the pilots had flown Soviet-designed planes that had audible warning signs. So they failed to notice this silent little light going flashy flash. Yeah.
Why is it silent?
Cause
fuck you.
Yeah, cause fuck you.
Cause we gotta kill some, cause
it's not Soviet, comrade!
Yeah, because God decided that we need a disaster podcast and we gotta make disasters happen, so, you know, ergo.
Yeah. But wait, there's even more. So, Eldar, the child driver here, was the first one to notice the issue because he was the only one to see the plane was banking right. Everyone else is too distracted, I guess.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. But wait, there's even more.
No! Okay, what's next?
It took the pilots almost 10 full seconds to realize that the plane was banking to the right. And this gave the plane enough time to bank to an almost 90-degree angle.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
How did nobody notice?
Eldar noticed.
Well, yeah, but, like, how did the fucking child notice?
Because he was the one up front looking at shit. So, because
you would feel if you were all of a sudden on a very strong if the whole world was suddenly in Dutch angle, you feel like you would notice it, you know?
I'm not here to watch Battlefield Earth, thank you very much.
That's everyone laying on the side. But yeah, I know, right? Like, people, like, press
I'm just going by what the report said.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, people lay it up against the side windows, and at no point does anyone go, wait a minute. Even the people in the Costa Concordia noticed that something weird was going on when they started tilting.
I'm going by what the report said, don't come for me.
No, I know.
So, this angle, however deep it was too hard on the big plane, and it was starting to quickly descend and go down. It wanted to kiss the ground.
Barrel and ground, the kiss, mwah!
I knew you'd do that.
I'm glad I didn't disappoint.
So, with this hard of a bank and a downward motion on this huge plane, the G-forces made it really fucking hard for the piloting team to gain control.
The G-spots?
G-forces.
Oh shit, who the fuck are you? You're not Megara? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius. Not murderer, definitely not.
Well, I didn't see Meg back at the... Normally whenever they die, they just go back to that lounge. Like, everybody goes back to the lounge whenever they die because it's Hades, you're already dead.
Yeah.
Did I actually kill Meg?
I don't know.
I hope not! I like Meg! Oh, it's Symphony. Oh boy. This is gonna be bad.
Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
Technically you have.
Okay, well, I guess semantics play a role. Okay, so... So the G-forces are really fucking them up. The autopilot, while not controlling the ailerons, still tried to automatically compensate for the change by pitching the nose up and increasing thrust to get the plane to be more horizontal and less vertical.
It's like, help, help, help,
Help! Help!
What is she?
But wait, there's more. So because of this harsh change, because again, an Airbus is a big-ass plane, it started to stall, making the autopilot disengage completely.
Oh, great. Shit's just getting even better.
Uh-huh. So autopilot's off, where the plane was trying to go up and go faster, but it's not working anymore. We're all kind of fucked because of the G-forces. But, you know, shit's aces.
Fucking hell. She fucked me up.
Isn't that what you want in a mama?
I guess so. Pivot! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up!
So, a bigger and brighter light came on to tell the pilots the autopilot was no longer turned on. And luckily, they noticed that this time.
Oh, well, good. Good, good. An upgrade from before.
Yeah.
Mortals do about that stuff?
Cheers.
Here he is.
Oh,
Cerberus.
You get pets like this, don't you, boy?
Oh my goodness, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Aww. I needed that.
Cerberus is comfortably at rest, observing all.
Yo. Alright, so...
Best I could preparing him, though I'm fearful it was not enough. No one ever has escaped this place.
Oh, don't worry about it, Achilles. I've got this.
I'll figure it out.
Your expertise has readied him, Achilles. Yet I sense it is your confidence in him which spurs him on. Do not lose faith in yourself now, lest soon he do the same.
My faith is prone to shakiness at times.
Alright, so... with the autopilot screen now completely blank, the automatic system...
You've collected earnings based on...
Sorry.
What, you mean the bounties that you've offered up to anybody capable of beating Meg and all your...
It was like, give me such an angry look right now.
I'm trying to fucking read! It's like whenever you're trying to read something in Until Dawn.
If they're to grow in their respective roles, they have to know their weaknesses.
Be sure to add those to the list of words you'll eat someday.
Enough. Get out.
So the automatic system in the plane tried to recover from the stall by lowering the nose, therefore putting the plane into a nosedive. So we were banking right, and then the system was trying to like turn the plane up and go faster, but that stopped. So now the new system is trying to turn the nose down as far as possible.
Oh, giddy.
I can be stronger.
And this nosedive actually did help reduce the G-forces enough for Kudrinsky to get back in his seat with God damn it, Piskaryov
I'll just aim generally
pulling them out of the dive. So they were able to they were able to get to their seats and sort of pull them out of the dive.
Okay, well that's good at least.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
I mean, yeah, they're still gonna all die, but you know.
So, Piskaryov overcorrected to the point of putting the plane in an almost vertical ascent.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he was pulling way too hard, which made the plane stall once again. And the plane was now falling out of the sky in a tailspin.
Oh, yeah.
This goes.
Yeah.
Tailspin, oh, tailspin.
So Kudrinsky and Piskaryov regained enough control, and they were able to level out the wings, but they didn't know how far they descended, which at that point their altitude was way too low to recover from.
Yeah, so this is it.
The plane ended up crashing at a high vertical speed, leading to all on board dying upon impact.
Oof. 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 Oh dear.
So, no distress calls were made prior to the crash, and passengers were strapped into their seats when the crash occurred. So, the passengers knew some shit was going on.
Yeah, they were like,
They were just like, I'm gonna get my seat and buckle up.
Which, you know...
That's a fair assumption to make. The wreckage of the plane was found on a remote hillside in the... Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. In the Oh God region?
In the
Which, again, very aptly named.
Kuznetsk Alatau mountain chain, 20 kilometers east of... Oh god, this guy had like 15 letters in it.
Lady Artemis, I hope that you'll accept this offering for all your
Mezdurachensk, Kemerovo Oblast, Russia. Okay, I did it!
You did it, good job.
With the flight data recorders found on the second day of searching.
Hey, thank you for this, really. And I've just the thing to offer in return. It's just a gift, okay?
Don't look too far into it.
Don't look too into this. I'm not into men.
I'm way more into women.
And also, I'm pretty sure Artemis might be asexual.
I totally see that. Alright, so the aftermath. Naturally, Aeroflot initially denied that there were any children in the cockpit of the plane. They denied that.
Not true. Not true. Not true at all.
Yeah, absolutely not true. That was
fake news. They called it fake news.
Honestly, yes.
Wow.
Well, they denied it up until one major Moscow-based magazine,
oh boy.
The Observer, basically.
Okay.
Published the flight recorder transcripts on the week of September 28th, 1994. So about 4 to 5 months later.
They always try to hide that shit, but it's like, you're not gonna hide this shit, okay?
Yeah.
People are gonna find out.
And find out they did. Many news outlets who reported on the incident also had access to the transcripts, and largely noted that the pilots were almost able to save the plane, and did make a valiant effort if it weren't for those darn nosy kids.
So they were like, hey, by the way, it was all the kids' fault.
Kind of.
Wow. I mean, it kind of was, but, you know, it's like...
It kind of was, but at the same time, who let the kids in there?
Yeah, but also...
The strength of the centaurs.
Do not let your fucking kids into a goddamn cockpit.
Yeah, an investigation proved that there were no technical problems with the plane, and all the blame went on the kids and the pilot who let them in there.
Wow. I mean...
They're not wrong, but it's not the right thing to do in a sense. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, you're not wrong, but like, you're sort of not entirely right?
Yeah. So again, I included a link to the transcript of what the flight data recorder had.
Yeah.
Which was the last conversation that happened, a lot of cursing, and some scared pilots.
Understandably.
I did not listen to that audio, because again, I have seen enough shit in my life.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
It's been a rough enough week.
Like, it's been a rough enough week, and I mention this every time. But, like, I have seen the video footage of Bud Dwyer, who killed himself on live TV. And the cameraman continued rolling on his face up to 5 minutes after he did.
Jesus.
So I've seen that. I don't need to listen to that flight data recorder.
No, it doesn't sound like you do, to be
I've
honest
got
with
enough.
you. Yeah.
So, no information on lawsuits I could find, and the Aeroflot line had similar incidents.
I mean, who are they gonna sue? The fucking kids?
Why not
Gonna hold
sue
a
their corpses?
Gonna hold a sue-ons like in South Park.
Hey, you know what? Maybe they'll do what one of those popes did and just dig up their bodies and put them on trial.
Did that actually happen?
That happened. A
Holy
pope
shit.
did that.
For what? Like, what were they on trial for?
He just hated them.
Well, okay, but like the official story.
Let me refresh myself real quick.
Yeah, like, refresh yourself on that, because now, you cannot just drop something like, yeah, a pope dug up a corpse and put it on trial. You can't drop something like that and not expect someone to want details.
Okay, let's see.
Become the stuff of legends told in fearful mortal
The cadaver synod. The posthumous trial of Pope for Moses resulted from the chaos of the 9th century, blah, 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 blah.
So it was another pope.
Yeah, another pope basically dug up a previous pope and put him on trial.
You left it, you closed last night and you didn't do all the closing chores. Fuck you!
There are paintings of this skeleton in his papal robes just sitting there on trial. And they had to have another member of the clergy speak for him.
Man, and I thought the Clint Eastwood talking to Obama's chair was bad. It was sad enough. My God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it was against Pope for Moses, who had been dead for 7 months. And he was put on trial in the Basilica of St. John Lateran in January 897. The trial was conducted by Pope Stephen the Sixth.
Uh-huh.
Basically the successor after,
yeah, he was
Formosus' successor.
Oh, God.
So he wasn't the direct successor, just the one after that.
I'm tired of hearing all about how everybody else is so much better than me. Well, we're gonna find out just how much better they are than me.
He accused Formosus of perjury and of having ascended to the papacy illegally. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
They said that he had ascended to the papacy illegally.
Fucking what?
So at the end of the trial, Formosus was pronounced guilty, and the papacy retroactively declared null. He died a pope, but he was dug up and reburied as a pauper.
Within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting.
Lots of wretchedness to
The look on my face right now, y'all, is just like...
I didn't know you didn't know about that.
I had no idea about this.
Oh, yeah.
Your Highness, I was wondering, what brings you back around
Oh,
this
look, it's
way again?
Sisyphus.
Same story as last time?
Look, I have to level with you, Sisyphus. I'm leaving the house. I've had quite enough.
Level with you. Hey, that's kind of a rude thing to say to a guy who's stuck pushing a boulder uphill.
I was about to say.
That is quite an undertaking.
So, weekend at Bernie's, huh?
I'd like to call
With
it
the
that,
Catholic
Mr.
Church.
Football,
Yeah.
Though you're just mad enough to pull it off. Well, hey, I hope you make it. Good fortune out there.
Heal me.
Covered, Prince.
Thank you, mate.
Yay.
See you again, right?
Tough.
Oh, yeah, so whenever Formosus died, he was succeeded by Pope Boniface VI, who died 2 weeks later.
Wow.
After being crowned Pope. And then Stephen the Sixth became Pope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I have one more story I forgot.
Yeah, we do. We have.
I'm sorry, I got lost in remembering the trial of the dead pope.
No. That was something that I needed to hear about.
Something transpired between the two of them.
Oh, by the way, so in this story, by the way, we thought that all of our lives we've been told that Nyx is our mother. Actually, Persephone is our mother.
I was about to say.
And Persephone left before we did, but she didn't come back. And Nyx points out, it's either Nyx or Meg, one of them points out that, well, she can't be dead because she would be back here if she was, because it's the fucking underworld.
Yeah.
Like, so she must be out there somewhere.
I know, I've read the story of Hades.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, well then what the fuck am I telling you any of this?
I don't know. You don't listen to me when I talk.
Sorry, did you say something?
Fuck you. Alright, so my last story, the bad Aibling rail accident. I'm sorry if I pronounce anything bad here. I'm just awful. Alright, so this happened February 9th, 2016. And we have no background. We're just going straight into the accident.
We have no background whatsoever?
No.
But, like, so, like, no foreplay? We're just diving right in?
You know what? Sometimes you don't want the foreplay, you just want the dick.
I don't know. I'm a pretty big fan of foreplay, to be honest.
I just want the dick most of the time.
I just think that, like, the anticipation makes it better. Chat, what do you think? Foreplay, yes or no?
Maybe it's just because I have such a low sex drive, I'm just like, I want to get it over with. I want to get it over with so I can go back to playing Stardew Valley.
Wow.
I mean, I get my emotional catharsis from fan fiction and shit that I read, so I mean, I'm pretty well on everything else.
I think my mindset comes from the fact that Ashley and I, like, by the time we see each other, it's late at night and we're both pretty tired, so whenever the both of us are, like, whenever the both of us are together and have the energy to do it, we, like, really want to savor it, because, like, oh, thank God we can finally fuck.
A palm of power.
I get you.
Power of Olympus.
Okay. So, 2 Stadler Flirt 3 multi-unit trains were involved in the accident, both operating under the Meridian brand. Don't know what that means. The eastbound train had 6 cars with a scheduled run from Munich to Rosenheim, and the westbound train had only 3 cars attached and was running from Rosenheim to, oh god,
oh, wait, this is a different one. Sorry.
Finally. I've been waiting for this.
Did I actually kill Meg? I'm gonna be really sad if I actually killed Meg.
I hope you did now.
You must be one of Megara's lovely sisters. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Waiting for what, exactly?
So sick of, you know, doing my regular job, uninterrupted, not having to clean up Meg's messes.
I get the feeling we're starting off on the wrong foot.
Anyway, I always wanted to kill a god. You'll have to do.
Maybe Megara got demoted because I kept beating her.
I don't fucking know. Okay, so the 2 trains were meant to pass each other at the Kolbermoor railway station. However, the eastbound train heading to Rosenheim was running about 4 minutes behind schedule.
Fuck you, Mussolini.
Yes. The 2 trains collided at 6:56 a.m. on a curve between the Kolbermoor and Bad Aibling Kirpark stations, when both were advised to go onto a single track that would diverge for east and westbound tracks after the curve was cleared. Okay, so do you remember the last train story that we did where all the soldiers died?
Yeah. And it was really horrific? Yeah.
Yeah, and it happened because 2 trains were let onto the same track.
Yep.
Because no one was paying attention.
Wow, she was like a pushover.
Fuck you, Electo.
I was only barely paying attention to the fight.
So yeah, it's kind of the same principle here of it was going through a curve, so there's one track there to try and minimize how hard people go through the curve, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
And they both got let onto the same track at the same time and hit head first. But wait, there's an even more idiotic reason as to why this happened. Okay. So, rescue and recovery.
Shallow Monkey, thank you very much for the 5 bits. This is very awesome of you. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter and irrelevant? Oh my god.
Puns! Quips! Jokes!
I don't know how you got that lucky bird. She usually pops rage twice. So I don't know, dude. It just kind of happens. I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. Most times whenever I succeed at something and everyone's like, wow, Bird, you did so good.
It's an accident.
Okay. Yeah, kind of, yeah, honestly. Most times it's just a fucking accident.
Yeah, whatever.
Electo failed just as her sister did.
Okay, yeah, maybe it has to do with the fact that Meg kept failing.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So, the rescue operation ultimately involved over 700 emergency service workers because they had difficulty reaching the site where the accident happened. You might be wondering why this is. Well,
very glad that you asked.
It's because the curve where the collision happened happened to be between the Stukenholz Forest and the Mangfall River. So it's a little bit of track between a dense forest and a big river. And yeah, you can only fit so much on that little bit of land.
Yeah.
Yeah, so rescue workers had to be transported by boat, and the injured who were recovered from the site had to be ferried to the opposite side of the river. Yeah.
They're not following my Mothman safety tip. Never be on a bridge.
Okay, so I have a question about the Mothman safety tip.
Okay.
So you say, resign yourself to being on one side of a river because you can't use a bridge to cross it. What if you just wade across it?
That's acceptable. Just don't go near the bridge. You know?
Okay. I had to get that clarification.
No, yeah.
She's pretty good at that, I have to say. I'm faster, but she's fast. She's pretty fast, all right.
Hermes, are you trying to compensate for something?
He's just quick. He's the fastest. Oh my god, he's like Birder from Team 4-Star Bridge. He's always talking about how fast he is.
It's the only thing I got.
It's the only thing I've got, okay? Oh, don't worry, mate. You're only slower than Guldo. Fuck you!
Man, calm down. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh gosh.
Also, yes, unless you are Shane Madej, you can't go on a bridge safely.
Who's Shane Madej?
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Oh, why can he go on a bridge safely?
He and Ryan went to West Virginia to do a Mothman
Virginia! Okay.
To do a Mothman episode for BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Oh, okay.
I need to show you that episode.
Ashley's really gotten into watching BuzzFeed Unsolved, by the way.
Yay!
It started with the, I guess because I started off showing her the, what's it called? I started off showing her...
Puppet History.
Yeah, Puppet History, and then I guess she was just interested in watching more of them.
I mean, they are pretty fucking awesome. I like them. I like it.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 breakdown cranes eventually had to be brought in to remove the 2 trains that were almost fused together at this point. Because, you know, 2 trains traveling at high speed beat in the middle. They kiss.
Mwah!
Mwah! On February 11th, 2 days after the accident, it was reported that 11 people had died, which included several railway employees. But one person did die 2 months after the incident due to their injuries. So we got a total of 12 dead.
Yay.
Yeah, 85 people in total were injured, with 24 of them having serious injuries. So, not many people died.
Just, you know, a lot of people.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
So the investigation...
2 trains traveling really fast because they're gay.
Yeah.
What, like, a lot of our, so I remember whenever I'd always hear those, what's it called? The, you know, whenever in, those, like, TV
wow,
shows.
you are not at all focused whenever you're playing 80s.
Sorry. So, like, the, you know, the teenage sitcoms where they, like, have that one train leaves this location at this time, and all that shit, and I was always like, Jesus Christ, you know, whenever I got to high school, I was expecting to get that question a lot more, and I never did. I was like, well, I guess that there was no need for that, because that's just shit that doesn't happen. And now, literally, basically an entire third of our DisasterCast have been that question, and what happens when the 2 collide.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Okay, Izzy, so I did the, Eshadurel meant, like, it was very early on, one of the first disaster casts that we did, and it was not, I did not study beforehand, I literally was just reading off the Wikipedia page beforehand, so it's not very good. But I mean, technically speaking, I did it. You know, I did that along I did that along with the Great Molasses Flood. You need to put those goddamn videos.
I know. I've got them downloaded. I'm tired all the time.
Give me access to your computer and I'll do it.
I'm always using it because I'm either doing this or I'm working.
Hear me on my authority.
Yeah, good point.
yeah, all of a sudden, a little bit, yeah.
If I get another request to do the Great Molasses Flood, you have to post the videos.
Fine.
So, the investigation. The German Rail Accident Investigation Agency opened a case, and they had to rely mainly on the 3 train event recorders recovered from the accident. The first 2 recorders were found almost immediately, and they didn't point to any human error or technical error on part of the train crew for the incident. And the third train recorder was not recovered until the 12th because it was still wedged in the debris of the train.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
we'll get you an answer when we get an answer.
Honestly, yeah. Although, they didn't have to wait long. Let's see. So, on February 16th, which was about a week after the accident, a local prosecutor named Human...
I thought you were about to say a local prostitute, which I was gonna be like, wow, that was not where I was expecting.
No, I mean,
this
we're getting stupid, but we're not getting in that level. And also, we don't say prostitute, we say sex worker.
My apologies. Sex worker.
Did TCO teach you nothing?
Not really, no. Well, they taught me to run a goddamn comb through my hair if I'm gonna be interviewed by a documentary.
Yeah, run a goddamn comb through your hair and clean your fucking house. So, a local prosecutor named human error as the cause of the crash, specifically on the part of the train dispatcher at the signaling center in Bad Aibling, giving the wrong instructions. So we have another instance of a train dispatcher fucking up and killing people.
Okay.
So, okay, get ready for this shit. That's literally my next note. Okay, get ready for this shit. The operator at the station had signaled for both trains to travel onto the single line.
Okay.
Because he had been distracted with the game Dragon Hunter 5 that he was playing on his cell phone while he was at work.
Holy shit.
So not only was he distracted by...
You weren't even distracted by a good game?
Yeah, exactly! You weren't even distracted by a good game on your
couldn't even
phone.
get distracted by Candy Crush or some shit?
Sir,
I would take Candy Crush at this. I would take fucking Flappy Bird at that point.
I would take Flappy Bird. I would take The Sims.
At least get distracted by something people have heard of, you know?
Like one of those shitty Walking Dead games.
Yeah. What, the Telltale ones?
Also, yes. I say that with all of them downloaded onto my Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna say. She has multiple copies of every single Telltale one.
I love them, even though they are so bad, because I just love the characters. But at least I acknowledge, hey, they are shit.
Yeah.
But wait, there's even more from that being distracted playing a game on your phone.
Oh boy, I can't wait to hear all about it.
So he actually kind of recognized the mistake he made, and he had a chance to make an emergency call to the train drivers before the collision could happen.
But
yeah, guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guess what happened?
He didn't do it?
No. He tried. Guess what happened? Guess what happened?
He dialed the wrong number?
Yes!
Holy shit! No fucking way!
He dialed the wrong number!
What the fuck?
People are dead, but he dialed the wrong number!
I love how you stopped it. By the way, people are dead, and that's very serious. That's an absolute that's very, very sad, but, you know, also.
But
also
he dialed the wrong number.
Wow. Yep. That's just fucking... I don't even know how to fucking react to that, I'm gonna be honest.
I don't think there is a way.
I feel like there's probably a way, I just don't know what that way is.
I mean, I had a pretty good way of being like, hey, dial the wrong number. Also, people are dead, but he dialed the wrong number. After finding no technical fault with the trains involved, an arrest warrant was issued immediately for breach of obligations, and the dispatcher was held in pre-trial detention starting on April 12th, 2016.
And that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, the government was immediately like, you done fucked up, son.
Which, not wrong.
Yeah. All I could find was that his name was Michael, but I couldn't find anything else on him. So I'm just gonna keep calling him the train dispatcher because fucking
Mikey boy?
Mikey boy? Yes, now I'm calling him Mikey boy. So the prosecutors brought charges against Mikey boy up in July 2016, charging him with 12 counts of involuntary manslaughter due to negligence, and 89 counts of involuntary battery due to negligence. Yeah, he's only known as Michael P.
I'm surprised that, like, this person has been basically charged with murder, and we don't know what his last name is.
Well, I think it's kind of has to do with that thing in the UK where, like, I know in certain cases they won't release full names on criminals, like, especially if it has to do with children. There was this case of this girl in the UK who killed 2 children. She was like 10 years old. And her name was Mary Bell. And she did, like, serve time and get psychiatric help. But she also got a new identity and was relocated within the country under a new name.
Okay, makes sense, yeah.
But that's a child,
Yeah, but I was gonna say, but that, you know, that's kind of a child. Like, that situation does make sense,
Yeah.
legitimately.
I don't know. So the trial was scheduled for 7 days between November 10th and December 5th. No, I don't know how that works. Stop asking me.
I love how you just kind of jumped in front of that. Just like, let me just go ahead and just tell you. I know what you're gonna say, and the answer is, I don't know.
Yeah. It's the rule not to reveal defendants' last names unless it is a politically relevant process.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Fucking justice system gotta go making it political.
As if everything wasn't already political.
I know, right? I never understand that argument. You gotta make my entertainment political. Your entertainment was already political.
Everything, literally everything.
Every good story you've ever read is based off of some sort of political thing that took place. That's just how it is.
God, I love this music.
Yeah.
I love this design. I love watching people play this. I can never play this myself.
It's really fun.
I'm good. So, the first day, the defendant confessed to the charges with his lawyer, arguing that his guilt and compassion for the victims involved should be considered going forward.
I mean, cool, but, you know, you could have gotten off your damn phone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a major rule with the company. You're not allowed to have your phone with you while you're on duty.
Duty. People are dead.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah. People are dead.
So, an expert witness was actually called to testify that the interlocking section for the train was outdated by 30 years. But this ultimately didn't matter because, while it was old as hell, the section still operated perfectly. They had an expert witness come in to try and say it was the train's fault that something there was too old to operate correctly.
God.
But it's like, no, it was the fault of the dude who was on his phone while he was at work.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Closer.
So, on December 5th, the dispatcher was found guilty on all charges, and he was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison.
Another day or night in paradise.
I mean, he is never gonna get another job anywhere after this.
Fun fact, the max sentence for what he did was 5 years.
Chambers of Elysium, numbing old pains and memories.
And what do you mean he's not gonna get another job after this? He wore a hood the entire time during the trial so no one could see his face and no one knows his last name. He'll be fine.
I mean, my sense of, okay, so my mindset on the justice system is that the justice system should be punitive but not retributive.
Yeah.
So it's like now that's kind of warring a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, because on one hand people are dead.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, this was not a malicious thing that he did. He absolutely should not have done it. He should never work as a train dispatcher ever again. But it's like, but should punitive justice not also have a certain level of restoration? You know, like, what benefit does it serve to entirely ruin a person? Like, what benefit does it serve to ensure that a person is completely unable to make any form of living after a negligent, horrific as it was, after a negligent crime like that, and then put them in situations where they will have to perform actual intended crimes in order to get by?
Well, I don't know, but Izzy has pointed out that apparently the dispatcher got another job and fucked up again because mobile games go brrr, but nobody died this time.
He definitely should not have a job as a dispatcher.
No.
Under any circumstances.
No.
That absolutely should not be. Yeah. Germany's very sensitive when it comes to vigilante justice.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So I'm very torn on that, because I am a person who believes that punitive justice should ultimately be with the goal of restoration. You know, there should be a level of restorative aspects to it.
So the dispatcher was released on July of 2018 on probation after serving 2/3 of his prison sentence. And the ultimate report for the German investigation on the accident, published on October 29th, 2018, just a little while after he got out on probation. It did put most of the blame on the dispatcher, but they also did acknowledge older equipment that should be replaced, and that some documentation for how to deal with certain procedures was outdated and needed to be reworked.
And also, no phones.
Well, I mean, they already had that rule.
Maybe we should do a better job of enforcing that.
I know some places that, like, make you put your phone in a lockbox whenever you walk in.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, how's your family gonna reach you if there's an emergency?
Yeah.
The power of the gods.
So, couldn't find any lawsuits, no memorials, just a dude who is now off probation and apparently fucking up more trains.
Right.
What did we learn today, kids?
Justice is weird.
Justice was the friends we made along the way, because goddammit, we're not getting anything else out of it.
Kinda no, we're not. I know I should be doing the Trove trial, y'all, but I don't want to.
Splitters.
Well, damn, Bird. So those were the 3 stories that I was able to research, and my god, was there such little information and no details I could find. I was so upset.
Not even any, like, dramatic, courtroom moments or anything like that?
I tried. I had to find 4 or 5 different articles talking about the dude during his trial, and all I got was a white dude with a hood covering his face. And only one article mentioned that the name of the game was Dragon Hunters 5. That's about it.
Time to collect.
I'm surprised we were able to find out what is Dragon Hunters 5?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, I know it's a mobile game, but, like, what do you do in that game? They call your work... Okay, but see, here's the problem, though. I have seen supervisors be massive fucking dicks whenever an emergency is being called into someone's work and not getting the person because they're like, no, they need to work.
Or they're like, that's not a real emergency.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Delicious.
Problem is that any rule that you set and any way that you have to enforce it kind of does put you in a situation where you are relying on the people around you having basic fucking common sense, essentially.
Thing about common sense is that it's not that common.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which, again, is a problem.
Yeah. So the only other notes I have are that if you need me to fill up some more time, I could talk about the Taconic Parkway crash by Diane Schuler, the Sylvia Likens case, or John List, who murdered his family and was only found 20 years later because his neighbors watched America's Most Wanted.
Ooh, tell me about... I think I may have heard that story of John List, so please continue.
Alright, let me pull up
Oh, wait, Death approaches. Hi, Death.
Get away from me, did you?
Hey, Death!
Hi, Daddy!
Hey, boy, how you doing? Gedwin, you're so fucking cool. Actually, Kayla knows you better, so Kayla, tell Gedwin that she's awesome.
Gedwin, you're an amazing person with beautiful, beautiful doggies who deserve all the love in the world, and you are a fantastic writer.
Bam.
Also, you missed me mispronouncing a whole bunch of Russian names, so be glad. No, Book Lover Redeemed tell me I'm awesome.
Oh, it was Book Lover. Sorry.
Okay, Gedwin, you get a compliment for free.
Book Lover, you are so fucking cool. Like, if cool was, alright, so if you were a video game console, right?
Uh-huh.
You would have full backwards compatibility. You would be, you would have a maintenance program where you, like, parts for you would be manufactured for 30 years. And repair services for you would be in place for at least 30 years. You would not have an always online requirement. That's one big thing. And you would have amazing third-party support. If you were a console, that's the type of console you would be. That's how fucking cool you are. That console sounds awesome. Yeah, because the console is you, Book Lover.
You is the console. It you.
Zagreus, is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms. Unless you'd rather I would send you back to yours.
You're just gonna, like, make me fight dead people? Like I've been doing this whole time?
About to say, we're in the Hades. Isn't the only thing you're fighting dead people?
Oh, I've gotta kill more than him.
Ah. Okay, cool. Alright. So, John List was born in Bay City, Michigan. And he was the child of German-American parents. So, John List originally was enlisted in the U.S. Army and served as a lab tech during World War II, before being discharged in 1946 and earning a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's in accounting at the University of Michigan. So, not a total idiot. In November 1950, he went back into the military. In Fort Eustis, Virginia, he met Helen Morris Taylor, the widow of an infantry officer who was killed in action in Korea, who lived nearby with her daughter Brenda.
I win! Fuck you, Thanatos!
Good enough to eat.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, List and Helen married December 1st, 1951 in Baltimore, Maryland, and they moved to Northern California. And the Army reassigned List to the Finance Corps. So, after completing a second tour in 1952, he worked for an accounting firm in Detroit, then as an audit supervisor in Kalamazoo, where his 3 children were born.
Kalamazoo is a fun name.
Yes, it is. So in 1959, List got up to general supervisor of the company's accounting department. But Helen, who was an alcoholic, had become increasingly unstable.
I thought of you.
Oh, goody.
I have to do this.
Great.
In 1960, Helen's eldest daughter, Brenda, married and left the household, and List moved with the remainder of his family to Rochester, New York, to work with Xerox. And he eventually became director of accounting services there. He accepted a position as vice president in 1965 and comptroller at a bank in Jersey City, New Jersey, and moved with his wife, children, and mother into Breeze Knoll, a 19-room Victorian mansion at 431 Hillside Avenue in Westfield. What do you do with 19 rooms?
You clean a lot. Hello, Bowl of Minos.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly be horribly opposed to that, but at the same time, I'm just like, what do you do with 19 rooms? What do you do with them? What do you put in them?
I would have a streaming room somewhere, but that'd be about it.
Well,
I can't have 19 streaming rooms.
I was about to say, if we had a streaming room, your streaming room would be in the farthest corner away from all the other noise of the house.
Is it Heracles? Tell me it's Heracles.
Because both we and you get loud.
Yeah, that's true.
Carlton. Yes, I know Carl Tanzer. Holy shit.
I think I'm about to get destroyed. But also, the bull has a palm, and I think that's really awesome.
Yes.
Boom.
Everything. What do you do with 19 rooms? Rent them all out. Be rich. We did the rental thing. Not worth it.
It's rough.
Be rich like a white man. Okay, by the way, after just reading this, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many times are you gonna move your kids around, my dude?
A lot, apparently.
All across the fucking country. Bye-bye friendships. Alright.
That is really rough on kids to keep constantly moving. Them kids really do need some form of stability in their lives.
Yep. Alright, so, the murders. So, on November 9th, 1971, List murdered his entire immediate family.
Okay.
Wife, 3 kids, all of them.
Just said, well, time to die.
Kinda. He used a handgun and his father's .22 caliber revolver. While his children were at school, he shot his wife Helen in the back of the head, and then he shot his own mother Alma above the left eye. His daughter Patricia and youngest son Frederick arrived home from school, and List shot each of them in the back of the head. After making himself lunch and just, you know, chilling out, just taking a moment for yourself.
Took a moment to tweet, lol, just murdered my whole family, LMAO.
Yeah, the 1971
Oh shit, the bull gave up. I thought I was gonna have to kill him, but apparently he gives up. Okay.
Whatever.
Huh?
So,
okay, bye.
Yeah. So List drove to his bank to close both his and his mother's bank accounts, and then he went to Westfield High School to watch his elder son, John Jr., who was 15 years old, play in a soccer game.
Did he kill him afterwards?
After driving John Jr. home, List shot him repeatedly.
Jesus Christ.
Because, as misfire evidence showed, his son attempted to defend himself.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I like talking about true crime, if you couldn't tell, everyone. So List placed the bodies of his wife and children on sleeping bags in the mansion's ballroom, which I'm just like, dude, how fucking privileged are you to have a fucking mansion and have a ballroom in it? So he put them in sleeping
With all
bags.
that money, with those 19 rooms, you think he could have put a therapist in one of them?
Live-in therapist.
Yeah. Why not?
Strongbows.
So, bodies of wife and children in the sleeping bags in the ballroom with the candlestick, I guess. And he left his mother's body in her apartment in the attic. In a 5-page letter to his pastor found on the desk in his study, List claimed that he saw too much evil in the world, and he had to kill his family to save their souls.
I'm sorry, fuck you. Fuck you.
I hate that excuse. I hate that so much.
Yeah, I was doing it for
Andrea
you.
Yates, it didn't work for you when you killed your 5 children. It's not gonna work here.
Seriously.
Of course, with Andrea Yates, she actually did have the excuse of postpartum psychosis. John List is just a fucking monster.
All them rooms and you couldn't put a fucking therapist in one of them.
So, he cleaned the various crime scenes, removed his picture from all family photographs in the house, turned a radio onto a religious station very, almost as loud as the radio could go, and then he left.
Just walked out.
Just walked out.
He's trying to, you know, that was so, okay, I'm gonna be honest, that was some bullshit he was spewing because, like, he didn't want anyone, so, because, like, if he really felt that way, if he felt that the world was so evil and couldn't be redeemed, he would have killed himself as well.
Yep.
So, that is a load of horse shit. He just decided to kill his fucking family.
Oh, yeah.
is what happened.
Yeah. Completely. So he committed the murders. All right. Excuse me. On November 9th. The bodies would not be discovered until December 7th.
Jesus fucking Christ!
It was due in part to the family's reclusive tendencies. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I had an apartment and I suddenly died, no one would find me for a month. Minimum.
I mean, I would send you a text at some point.
You know what? That's true. You would be the one to find me. The only reason I would be found quicker would be because you would text me a meme and I wouldn't respond and you'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of exactly how that would play out. Oh, that thing explodes. Okay, good to know.
It go boom.
Goes boom.
So they weren't found for nearly a month, due in part to the family's reclusive tendencies, and in part to notes sent by List to his children's schools and their part-time jobs, claiming that the children would be visiting their ailing maternal grandmother in North Carolina for a few weeks. So he was doing everything to make sure they were not going to be found.
Yeah, he did it! He fucking fucked this bullshit about, oh, the world's too evil.
Helen's mother was in fact ill and had canceled a visit to Westville because of it. Had she made the trip, List later said, she would have been his 6th victim.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. List also stopped milk, mail, and newspaper deliveries. Neighbors also noticed that the mansion's rooms were illuminated day and night with no apparent activity inside the house. And after the light bulbs began burning out one by one, that's when they called the police.
Jesus fucking.
Officers entered through an unlocked window leading to the basement and discovered the family's bodies.
Payment in full.
Almost a month.
You
know what happens to the body?
It liquefies almost.
It liquefies. Gases all throughout that house.
Yep. It's pretty bad. It's really, really bad.
So, Westfield, which had very few violent crimes recorded since 1963, automatically got national attention. Because this was now the site of the most notorious felony in New Jersey since the kidnapping and murder of the Lindbergh baby.
Yeah.
Remember when that happened?
Well, no, because I wasn't alive, but I
remember learning about that happening.
Yeah,
I remember.
It's basically early stage early stage JonBenet Ramsey, basically.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. A nationwide manhunt was automatically launched, and police investigated hundreds of leads trying to find John List. But all reliable photographs of List had been destroyed.
Oh my god.
And the family car was found parked at JFK Airport in New York City, but police found no evidence that List had boarded a flight, so he did that to throw them off. But no, he totally killed his family because of the evil in the world.
He was looking out for them. This definitely wasn't just something
he did
that
it
he
out
decided
of
he
love.
wanted. Yeah, this definitely wasn't a case of he just decided he was done with his fucking family, and so he decided the easiest way to deal with that was just to kill them. Nope. That definitely wasn't what happened.
Never.
No.
Never.
Nope.
Who is texting me? Stop. Sorry. So Alma's body was flown to Michigan and interred at the St. Lawrence Lutheran Cemetery, while Helen and her 3 children were buried at Fairview Cemetery in Westfield. So, I mean, they got buried at least.
Or like shoveled into the hole.
Yeah. So, Breeze Knoll, the mansion, remained empty until it was destroyed by a fire in August 1972, 9 months after the murders.
Yeah, somebody set that place on fire. They were just like, yeah, we're just gonna...
Who is sending me text messages? Why are you doing this? And someone is trying to break into my Patreon.
Oh.
I just got 4 text messages of my Patreon authentication code.
That's why you put an authentication code, everybody.
5.
Sounds like you need to go ahead and go change your password.
I'm gonna do that real quick. Bird vamp for time.
Wait, should you change your password if you open it? Well, no, because it'll be sent directly to you, won't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be sent directly to me.
Okay.
It's someone trying to use my password to log in, and that's why they're getting the authentication code. Because I do 2-factor authentication, motherfuckers.
I might change my Patreon. If Patreon's having a leak, then I think I might. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Change your Patreon password. Make sure you get 2-factor authentication on there.
Okay, to be fair, I've been getting, like, a bit of things, apparently, people trying to break into my shit. Including my NordVPN.
Plug, plug, plug.
Plug, plug, plug. Hold on, let me get this taken care of real quick.
Yeah, no, take care of that. So, chat, yeah. Hades is actually pretty fun. I hate that it took me this long to just give it a try. And I think I'm about to go up against the boss, and I am in no way, shape, or form prepared for it, but we're gonna do it anyway, so...
Do it, do it, do it.
Oh, hold on, there's a thing to interact with over here.
The magnificently ominous facade of the Great Elysian Stadium looms tall above the rabble-rousing prince, as if to goad him into such a competition which he cannot hope to win.
Cheers for the vote of confidence, old man.
I guess I'm gonna fight the Elysium champion now.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I warned you, short one. Now you face a foe more terrible even than I. The only other foe whom I have ever faced who bested me.
Hold, fiend!
Theseus.
You walk not one more step toward the light of day, so long as I am here.
Wow, he even did the tooth ching, like the ping thing.
I mean, of course.
Theseus, no way.
Of course.
You two are legends. I'd be honored if we had a sporting contest here.
A naked attempt to sway me from my convictions.
Did you guys hear that? Cholo Monkey, thank you very much for the 5 bits. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree?
The puns. The puns!
Undeserving fiend, all which you think you have achieved was merely handed you.
Alright, somebody's got a little bit of a, what's it called? Complex. I'm trying to dodge that, but I'm not having the best of the luck on that.
Lady Aphrodite, guide my hand.
The gods are helping him.
Oh, fuck! Fuck, this is hard! God damn it.
God damn it.
Everything, like, the frame rate suddenly crashed for me too, y'all, so.
Oh, that bull.
Nothing is working right.
You think they've changed your password?
Well, the thing is, I've had to change my Patreon password a couple times. Not because someone was trying to log in, but because it just kept fucking with me whenever I tried to log in on my phone.
Oh, and it's one of those you can't use one of the last 6 passwords that you've used?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just trying to remember what the fuck
Hey,
I said it to this
my
time.
brother. He's come back. He's here somewhere, I think.
Too many attempts
Kinda
made.
old
Please try again. Okay.
He's so busy all the time, he never talks to me. Kind of like your dad with you, I guess.
Indeed. Prince.
So anyway, how you doing, Achilles?
Any news of Orpheus of late? I've not seen him around here in some time. He's still paying his dues?
That I believe he is, lad. Your father, he was none too pleased with him last time I saw him here. I tried my best to simmer down the situation.
Hey, Achilles, how's that heal?
I hope your father cuts his sentence short.
I hope so too. If you do see him, tell him I said hi.
Didn't hear you come in.
Hi, Dad.
Gone, boy. She is
Hi,
gone.
Daddy.
You are never going to locate her. I thought you would have come to that conclusion for yourself by now. But apparently it must be said.
You mean Mother? How would you even know? You said reaching the surface was impossible as well, and I'm in striking distance.
This is my final warning to you, boy.
See you later, Gilwin.
To cease this
Later.
mindless quest.
Again, guys, I'm sorry I'm so quiet. I'm just trying to get this shit fixed.
No, yeah, no,
You have
take that care.
experienced thus far.
Sorry, Father. I'm not afraid of you.
Feels like this is a situation where you maybe should be just a teensy little bit afraid. But that's none of my business.
Too many attempts made. Please try again in an hour. I can't go on my Patreon.
Hang on, did you guys hear that? That sounded like
Jolly
Monkey says a Freudian slip is where you say one thing but mean your mother. Ha!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's take a care.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
List of minor prophecies. That sounds somewhat exciting, I suppose.
You requisition that useless bit of parchment.
I'm getting upset.
Sorry.
I'm getting not happy.
Let's go with this assignment, contractor. My father surely would approve.
Underworld fountains.
Boy.
Let's make those better. Hey, Meg, you're okay.
There you go. Meg's fun.
All 7 of those wretches tried cutting to the front of the procession line. Can you believe the nerve? As though they'd get an audience that way.
What a bunch of dummies! What were they even thinking, cutting the line? I mean, in front of you?
Let's just say if they still have any complaints for our Lord Hades, they'll be waiting for a long, long time before they get the chance to bring them up.
Ladies' night, I guess. Or day. I don't know.
It's like, I don't know what it is anymore. Is it daytime, nighttime? What the hell's going on around here?
Why does it matter in Hades?
That's... Imagine it matters to somebody. I feel like I should save that, maybe. Well... Yeah, no, let's save that, because that's upgrades for my weapon.
The Olympians can't really see me, can they, Nyx? I mean, not very well. I get that they can sense details here and there, but they don't know the full extent of what's going on. Are we really so far beyond their influence?
You are enshrouded from them, child. For your own benefit and theirs. They know as much as necessary to assist. And I trust they shall, for as long as you require. They are bound to one another as family. And they know that you require aid. Do not be too prideful to accept.
I mean, I feel like I should be a little bit prideful. Okay, fine. I guess we're not gonna... Okay, fine. Won't be prideful. Why do people keep asking if the horse was okay? Cause of death stampeding.
God damn.
I was like, you know, yeah, makes sense.
The fate-abetting prince perhaps believes it was through his own choice that he procured the fated list of minor prophecies, but it was preordained.
Oh no, not this determinism thing again. That definitely came to pass.
Ooh, claim. I get to claim shit, yay.
Good to have friends in low places. Achilles' Codex. I'm getting somewhere with it.
Have some wisdom. Okay, so, like, get various boons, try out the different boons, and then we get some shit. Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Boons, 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 boons,
Boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons, boons.
I'm trying to fix it. I'm trying so hard.
Okay, it's alright.
And I'm getting so irritated.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's not your fault.
Yeah, but I can still be sympathetic.
That's very true. Sorry, I'm used to dads. I'm sorry, that don't mean shit.
Alright. Do you wanna call it here so you can work on
I think we may have to. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. I've got to work on the cabinets anyway. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna call it here because we had a good time. We had some good shit go down today.
I had fun until my phone started going off.
Yeah. So till the phone got all funky. Let me find someone for us to rate, everyone. Thank you all very much for coming out. I hope that you all had a good time. Kayla's got to work on her password. I've got to work on the cabinets. So, and then tonight we're gonna go see the new Saw movie.
It's gonna be awful.
This is the first time, y'all, that we are going to the movies in over a year. Over a fucking year, y'all. And it's like insane to me, you know, that we're going to the movie. I'm very excited though that the thing we're gonna go see is a fucking Saw movie.
Not even a proper Saw movie.
I know.
A
spin-off, because from the book of Saw. I'm so excited. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I hope it's a fucking train wreck.
As soon as I saw that, I was just like, yes, give it to me.
Y'all hop into that raid, please, and go say hi to Zax. Zax is really, really cool, and he does some cooking. Right now, he's doing some Guild Wars. So you know, go hang out with him, say hi, tell him he's cool, cause he is. Zax is a really cool dude. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Really do appreciate it, and I hope that you all stay safe. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will do some Sherlock. So Bramble Pippington shall be making a return, and we shall be solving some mysteries. So I can't wait to see you all for that. So y'all have a great one. Anything you want to say, Kel? Raid messages, 2-factor authentication.
Seriously.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.